What's up everybody? Today I'll be making Guyanese style cheese pie. It's a delicious pastry. One of my favorites as well. Super simple to make. You'll need a few tools. You'll need some time. And with that you'll have a wonderful results. If you follow the recipe, follow the guidelines, I promise you you'll have delicious results and a beautiful looking cheese pie. First up you'll need the ingredients, which will be cheese, egg yolks, salt, milk, flour, scallions, Dijon mustard, cayenne pepper, paprika, and this is for the filling for the cheese pie. That'll be the second part of it. First up you'll need the ingredients for the pastry, which will be butter, cold water, flour, salt, and that's pretty much it for the pastry. A few tools that you will be needing. You'll need a rubber spatula, a whisk, a rolling pin, a bowl scraper, a scooper. You'll also need a cupcake pan or a muffin pan, and that's to put the cheese pies in. You'll need a pot, and you'll need a warming element. You'll also need a food processor. I'll be using a Ninja chopper. And you'll need some rolling flour. And that's basically all you'll be needing. I'll clear this out and we'll start on the pastry. Okay, let's get started on the pastry. First up, I have a food processor, a mini one, a Ninja chopper, and I'll add in my flour. And this is a super simple pastry dough to make. Salt. And I'll put this on and I'll blitz this a bit just so it's evenly mixed. After that, I'll add in my butter. And this butter is cold, ice cold. You can even freeze your butter. And that just ensures a flaky pastry. Pop this back on. And I'll whisk this so it gets little pebbles of butter in there, so the size of the butter is a little bit small. And yep, that looks pretty much set. After that, I'll just add a little water. So start with a little water at a time, and as soon as it starts to come together, almost there, a little bit more. So sometimes you need more water or a little less, depends on the temperature of the room and all of that. But basically you'll need about the same water most of the time. And that's pretty much it. Add a little water, a little flour rather. And we'll just fold this over. And that's basically the first step of the pastry dough. I'll place this in the Ziploc bag. You can put it in also plastic wrap. We'll pop it in the refrigerator. So next up we'll be doing the cheese filling for the cheese pie, and it's fairly simple. Milk you'll be needing flour, cheese, egg yolks, cayenne, paprika, scallions, Dijon mustard, and salt. So I have my burner on to medium, and I'll add in my milk. And I'll warm that through. I'll add my flour. So what you're trying to make here is kind of a roux. And you want the flour to thicken the milk. So you'll let that go for about a minute or so, and you will start seeing results of the milk and the flour coming together and creating a dough. It's going to be pasty, a bit like peanut butter texture. And that's when you know you're set to add your cheese. So I'll let this go for a bit. So it's almost there, it's starting to thicken. It's almost at a peanut butter texture, thickness, and you want to cook out some of the flour so you don't have that raw flour taste. And as soon as it thickens, as you can see, it's thickened. You can add your cheese. And the recipe for this will be in the description below. From there, you can switch out so the whole objective now is for the cheese to melt. So the whole idea here is for the cheese to melt and it becomes super smooth. So you're not seeing any chunks of cheese. So it's super cheesy and super melty. That's basically it. So you'll take this off of the heat, rest it on the side, and you'll let that rest for about 3 minutes until you add your eggs, because you don't want your eggs to cook in the mixture. So now as my cheese filling has cooled, I'll add it to the bowl. And now I'll add my eggs, my egg yolks, and all that. I'll add my scallions, paprika, and mustard, along with cayenne. Add the salt. And that's your filling right there. And so what you can do next, you can let this chill in the refrigerator while you work on your dough. And that'll be the next step. So now I have my chilled pastry and I'm gonna roll it out. So what I'll do is I'll roll it out to about maybe 12 inches or so. Then I'll fold it over. So with this, you're creating layers. With all that butter in there, you want to create layers so you have pockets and it's going to become nice flaky pastry. And that's basically it. So roll it out to about a rectangle, maybe 12 by 4. And that's basically it. So now you have pockets and layers of butter and dough, so you'll have a flaky pastry. Next, I'll just roll it up. Now I'll bring in my bowl scraper and I'll separate it into half. And I'll do it once again so I have quarters. And with that, I'll create 3 out of each quarters. So you have 12. So what you can do, I already sprayed my muffin tin. But what I do is take a little bit of flour, press that down, add some flour to my rolling pin, and I roll that out into a circular disc. And now I pop that in there, like so. So now I'll work on all of these, fill this out, and then I'll add my filling and we'll go to the next step. So I've rolled out my pastry dough and it's all set in the muffin tin. Now I'll add my cheese filling to it, and I have a scooper so I keep it even. And I'll just fill these out. And that's it. That's all of my cheese pies filled and ready to bake. I've preheated my oven to 425 and I'll let it bake between 12 to 15 minutes. I'll rotate halfway and I'll pop them in. So here are the wonderful, wonderful cheese pie. That's pretty much it. Beautiful, beautiful. It smells beautiful. So here are your cheese pies. You can see the pastry is crisp and beautiful. Nice bake on the bottom. So here are your delicious cheese pies Please make this recipe. It's delicious. It smells delicious, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Again, thank you for watching. Please like my video, please subscribe, and thank you so much.